Whoa.
Do you remember that time that we were working on our house?
Yeah.
We're doing that again today. We're going to be adding blocking to the ceiling in the bathroom because I put the ceiling joist this way, but I want the ceiling boards, we're going to be doing a wooden ceiling, to go this way. So I'm doing some cross blocking to attach a ceiling to. That shouldn't take too long. But that means I get to show you something cool that I just picked up. It's an upgraded pocket hole jig. I'm going to use it for the ceiling. So let's check it out. So you guys know how much I love pocket holes. I use them pretty frequently to attach wood together. I think it's a really great fastening system. This is my standard jig that I like to use the most. Most of you guys know how to use it, but I'm going to do it really quick. So we'll clamp it on here so it doesn't move. I have my pocket hole drill bit set to the right depth. And it creates that nice little pocket hole that's made for the pocket hole screw to go right into there. And then we can, and then you just tighten it down, you have a nice strong connection. I like this connection rather than end screwing because sometimes you don't want screws showing on a finished piece. Sometimes you can't access this side. And this is a stronger connection because when you screw into end grain is really weak and it doesn't have as much strength against pull out. So when you screw this way, you're screwing into the side grain and it's a lot stronger. So there's a couple of reasons I like these and I use them pretty often. But you can see these screws, they're not very big. They're good for furniture and small projects, but they're not really ideal for framing projects. So I went from my standard pocket hole jig and I went and I upgraded to the pocket hole HD. Look at the size difference here. Huge. This one is actually made to accept this clamp. So this pocket hole jig is actually sized for 2x4 lumber and it uses a larger bit. Here's the original pocket hole bit and look at this one. This is the heavy duty bit. So this one's a 1/2 inch thick, this is 3/8. And there's my big robust hole, and you guys gotta see the screws. Your regular pocket hole screw, HD. It is like so much thicker, heavy duty, coated with an exterior coating so you can use this indoors, outdoors. And it works the same way. I don't have a wood on there, but you can see it just pokes through and you get a nice strong connection into your wood. I thought that was really neat, made in the USA. So that's the new pocket hole jig that I got. I'm going to be using that to help put up these blocking in the bathroom. And you can see we actually have a big thick beam here. And that's why I wanted to pocket hole these just on one end. Just so I can put it up here easier. I could pocket hole all of them. I just don't think it's necessary. So I got all the blocking done. So now, even though we have a grid pattern on the ceiling, the boards will be just going this way all the way across on those 2x4s. Not too bad, came out really good, really strong. So I'm so glad that's done, but it is super hot up there. I'm just sweating working up. If you go off the ground at all, it's cooking up there because we have no insulation in the roof, in the attic, and it's just pouring heat into this room. So I think we have to really start thinking about insulation. You can see we have a bunch of it sitting around the room. We don't have all the insulation, but we can start doing bits and pieces. And I know it won't make a big difference yet, but it's something we can get done.
So Belle, what do we have today?
A new moth to show you.
And this just hatched out. And this is called a what?
It's called an Io moth.
It's really pretty.
A nice red-brown.
And if it opens its wings, the underwings are even more decorative. And this was from a caterpillar that we found on our property. It was a really cool one, green with spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it made a cocoon out of leaves. And then this is the hole it came out of. Here's the underside. Little cute fuzzy thing. I want to see if we can get it to open its wings.
Really bright at this angle.
So every time we hatch out moths or butterflies, we release them.
Yep.
So we're gonna get this release on film this time.
Yep. Want me to open it now?
Yep.
Get on my finger. It's so cute and fuzzy. Gonna make it fly now.
And there it goes.
Really heavy. I hope it doesn't fall in the water.
And there it is. We found where it landed.
So I want to start using up some of this insulation that we have all over the room, and I can do that because there's some places where I know there's going to be no wires, it's not going to interfere with anything, it's not going to cover anything up, so we can just go ahead and start insulating. One of those places is up in the gable ends of the house. So this is where I want to start insulating, and the problem is there's no back to this wall. This just goes into the attic space. So my plan is to help keep the insulation in place and to increase the R value, is I'm going to be putting some foil reflective insulation on the back of this wall. So I'm going to start with that, try to get that done today, and hopefully open up a bale of insulation. I'm pretty excited to get that started. Let me get some measurements, Ash. I'm starting some old moss on the roof here.
Ew. Moss?
Moss.
I wonder how long that's been in there.
Probably a long time. Probably the original roof. Probably.
Wow.
This is the insulation we're using, and we're more or less doing this.
Can we get them?
Yeah.
They're in the bus.
I'm at the wrong...
Do it from over here. It looks fine.
I might have to... Oh, that was sharp.
Why do you always do that? Is it bleeding?
I'm sure it's doing something. big screws sticking out up here.
It's a little bit off. Move the top part that way. Yeah. More. More, a little bit. That's probably good.
Can you hold this? Oops. Because this thing is kind of awkward to get to. You okay, Ash?
What? I'm trying to do a clip.
I just have to cut off a little chunk of wood that's sticking out. That's good. So we're making big progress on this. Looking good. We're not going to be worrying about the bottoms because that's where the rafters come down. And we're going to have a lot of insulation in there for the ceiling in the next room. So that'll be fine. We just want to hold the insulation from falling out and block some of that attic heat up here. So I'm going to leave this side off for a minute because I want to put insulation behind that little spot right there. And that's all. I was going to do that, but we don't have a knife for this insulation. Somehow we forgot to pick up an insulation knife, so I'm going to postpone installing insulation, which is a shame because I really was excited to get it done. Instead, we're going to start cleaning because we have no place for anything. And this porch is getting a little chaotic. We would like to clean all of this off out of our way so we can get the tools outside out here and keep the mess out of the house. It'll help us clean. So do you have a plan?
Taking like that pallet, setting it somewhere and piling it all on top of it.
If we had these... It is? So here's the progress update. Looking a lot better. And now we have to make a spot for all this treated lumber, which was excess wood actually from when we did the under the house. We had more than we thought we'd use. So we're just holding on to it till we have a project. Okay, we got various stacks of lumber off the ground, organized and looking good. This is the junk wood that we're not keeping. This is the good stuff, and we're gonna get a tarp to put her over the top of this. And check out the porch. Let me come over this way. Look at this. I brought my saw out, brought the tables out just to get them out of our way. And it's so nice to have room to work. Well, we didn't get done what we wanted today, but we still got stuff done. That's the key, moving forward and trying to keep working and getting something done, because progress is progress.
And I think cleaning off the porch was awesome. It always makes you feel more refreshed.
There's a couple of reasons we wanted to clean off the porch. One is because it just looks too messy and cluttered and it's hard to work. But two is because that porch needs a lot of work. It's not very stable, and that was a lot of weight on it. So now it's safer, and when we're ready to fix it, we can fix it. We're probably going to rebuild the whole thing because it's totally framed wrong. Probably just pull it off and rebuild it. It'll be pretty close to the same size. I don't know if we'll change too much about it, but the next time we go out, we're going to try to pick up a knife to cut that insulation. That's going to be cool to start seeing insulation in the walls, because that starts feeling finished.
Yeah.
Even though we're a long way off, it's still pretty cool. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.
Okay, I'm not doing it again.